Step 5. So step 5 is closing, right? So when we're talking about the 5-step call structure, we've talked about going through every step. The end of step 4 is really where you really start with your closing process, because you're going to get that first sentence in there. So before we talk about that, a lot of people have great calls. They go through, have a good dialogue, they qualify the prospect, maybe they're building some rapport. But what we see a lot of times is people just forget to ask for the business, right? Or they don't ask for it enough times. So in the Google Drive, there's a little document called Learning the 3 Close Process. What we try to teach everybody is, hey, we want to have multiple closing attempts in that first call to the decision maker. If you think about it, if you're having 10 conversations a day with decision makers, and you're only trying to close or only asking for the business, hopefully at least one time, that's only 10 at-bats. So what we want to do is learn how to work multiple closing attempts in that step 5 and try to get ourselves to 20, 25, 30 at-bats when we have 10 good phone calls. So you're making 100, 125, 150 phone calls and you're getting people on the phone. You don't want to have a great conversation and not push enough at the end to get that firm commitment that we're looking for. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a firm commitment, right? We're not going to get a signed contract or business in that step 5 most of the time, but we want a firm commitment on the next steps. So that last sentence of step 4 might sound something like, hey, if you don't mind, would you add me onto your list so I can start providing with quotes and show you how hard I'm going to work for you and I'll do a great job. Is that fair? That's really your first opener. It's laid back. It's the first step in getting that dialogue going where you've actually asked for the business. And then you're going to get hit with some different items. This is where the conversation can take a lot of different turns, where you got to be thinking on your feet and you got to be creative. So review the 3 close process and go through those steps. Usually what they're going to hit you with after that first initial ask is, well, we're good right now. We like what we have, but send me an email, right? That's fine. Get their email address. Let them know that, hey, I'm going to shoot you over, a nice flyer on us, our insurance, so you have it. And look, I know you got guys you like, and I'm not saying to give me a load. I'm not saying to use me. But hey, if you put me on there and let me show you some quotes, and I show you that I'm going to get the quotes back in 5 minutes or less, and that I have good solutions for you, and you choose to give me a shot, it's up to you. Use me or don't use me. That's up to you. But I'll give you good opportunities, and good solutions, and then I'll do a great job for you. So, go through that document. It goes through the second and the third one there in detail. But, in summary, we got to make sure that we're doing steps 1 through 4 fully before we start asking for business. We need to ask for business. We can't forget that. We got to have firm ask. And we're asking, your first initial ask is ask to get on the list. And then the third thing I want you to remember is, if you're only asking once, you've worked so hard to get on the phone, you got to come up with your second and your third attempts at asking for the business. If you can do those things, you will significantly increase the amount of opportunities and firm commitments that you're getting out of customers through this 5 call step structure. Thank you.